What's going on, YouTube? I wanted to bring back Christ-centered every day. I haven't done a video in a really long time. I don't know if anybody watches them, but whatever. It's my problem. All right. So I've been listening to a guy named Jordan Peterson. He's been in the news a lot. Well, not so much in the mainstream news, more in conservative media, news, talk, whatever. He's a professor out of, I believe, Toronto. Yeah, University of Toronto, I believe. And he started his infamy by standing up to new legislation that was being proposed, maybe passed, I don't know, that was basically going to criminalize people misgendering transgendered people. And, you know, say what you want about that, but he got his fame and his fortune from that and following political activity. So the interesting thing about Mr. Peterson is that he talks a lot about the Bible and very seriously. Like, he takes it seriously, but he does so in kind of an odd way. He says basically that the Bible, Jesus, God, can kind of be boiled down to like archetypes. Like, Jesus is the man, which is kind of biblical. Like, he is the perfect man, and Paul talks about that. But the way Peterson says it is like he's the ideal person, kind of implying that it's just the reason that Jesus was around was so that he could be the ideal man. And you take that concept and you kind of separate it from his atoning work of the gospel. So he doesn't talk about sacrifice as being something that actually does something for you in the state of the spiritual. It's purely something that's meant to mean something for you. It purely has meaning. The meaning is the only thing that matters, and the reality of it is kind of ignored. I don't even really know if he believes it. Like, he says, he treats it very seriously. He takes it very seriously. Go on his YouTube channel, Jordan Peterson, and he's doing this walkthrough of the Bible, this series that is boiling the Bible down to psychological terms. And he's rarely, like, wrong. I'm not going to say I agree with everything he says, but he's got a lot of, he says a lot of right things, but there seems to be an omission of the reality of these things. And maybe that's, I'm guessing that's by design. I don't think he thinks it's real. He thinks it's a story. Now, Jordan Peterson also has an interesting idea about stories in that they are real. Now, of course, stories aren't real, but what he means is they have a real, I don't even really know how to explain it. They have a real impact. The archetypes that are found in stories are based on real biological, evolutionary constructs that have formed throughout time, throughout nature, and they come up in these stories, and so there's truth in them. So they're true. And that's kind of how he treats the Bible. And he also makes some interesting comparisons between religious experience and psychedelic drugs experiences, which he kind of equates in a lot of phrases, which I have a pretty strong disagreement with that. That's probably my biggest disagreement with him. So anyway, talking about Jesus as real, I think it matters. I'd like to know what his answer to C.S. Lewis's proposition was. Kind of paraphrasing, he said, Jesus said some pretty crazy stuff, like, I am before Abraham was, I am. He's implying that he's existed before Abraham even ever existed. Like from eternity past. Like the guy, Jesus. He did. And he said that. So, and he was a real person. I don't think Jordan Peterson would deny that that person, Jesus Christ, walked on the earth as a human being. But C.S. Lewis said either he's a liar, like he just made it all up, or he's a crazy person, or he's the Son of God. Like really, truly, there is a God, there is God, and Jesus really was the Son of God. So which is it? I don't think you can have Jordan Peterson's archetypal man-fulfilling Jesus, while kind of ignoring the ridiculous claims that he made. Like, I am before Abraham was, I am. And I am the way, the truth, and the life. And saying that if you drink from my fountain, my water, you will never thirst. And things like just a character wouldn't just say that and not have any explanation for it other than that it's real, or he's crazy, or he's a liar. Like, are there really spiritual implications to Jesus Christ dying on the cross, paying for sins? Is that real? Or is it just a kind of a big allegory, a big metaphor? Is it just about the meaning and what it means to me? Or does it actually do something for me? Is there a real spiritual, a real spiritual component that will affect my eternity? I'd be really curious to see what he has to say about that, because he seems to kind of skirt that. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments or whatever. So anyway, I'll see you guys next time.